Hi, this is needlepointers.com, and this is our next video in our Learn to Quilt series. This video will show you how to layer your top, your batting, and your backing together, and how to pin baste them together in order to be ready for machine quilting your top. In our previous video, we created the backing. I've also cut a piece of batting the correct size for the quilt. It's a little bit bigger than the actual quilt size. The batting I'm using is warm and natural batting. I like this kind of batting for my quilts. So first, we're going to put down our backing, and we're going to put it right side down on our table. Next, we'll layer the batting on top, and you try to center it and smooth everything so it's flat. Now, because your backing is a little bit bigger than your quilt size, it's fine if it's not exact. Finally, we layer our quilt on top, and we center the quilt on the backing and the back. Smooth it out. For pin basting, we start from the middle and we put pins every 3 to 4 inches around. If your quilt is bigger than your table, you'll need to do this in sections. And you start with a pin in the middle, and then you work on one quadrant all the way out to the outside. And then you might have to be moving your quilt in order to do all the pinning all the way down to the edges. In a future video, I will show how to do this method with a larger quilt. Pin basting is used when you are going to machine quilt your top. If you are going to hand quilt your top, the standard practice is to hand baste your quilt together, your layers together, so that then you can move it around and be able to hand baste or hand quilt the top. For this video, I am not showing hand quilting. I am going to show you how to machine quilt it. So for that type of quilting, we do this pin basting. So I'm going to stick my first pin in the middle, approximately in the middle. Doesn't have to be exact, you don't have to measure it or anything. And we use safety pins. And this is so that when you're quilting the top, you're not going to get poked by pins if you use safety pins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by pinning down this in a straight line all the way to the end, to the edge. Now for this quilt I don't need too many because it's a small quilt. The next you pin across to the side. And you're always smoothing this out to make sure that all the layers are smooth. The next step is to put some pins going outwards to the corner, towards the corner. And usually we keep them in the same row. You keep them square, kind of in the same row and columns that you created when you did the first one. So I'll go across this way, and then I'll work my way down. And keep going across and down until we filled in all the pins. So I finished pinning the first quadrant. I'm going to continue pinning by doing the same process on each other quadrant. I'll start with this one and then you want to do the quadrants next to the one you already did. So I'll do this one and this one first, and then I'll do this quadrant over here last. I'll be back after I have it all pinned. Okay, so you can see I finished pinning the quilt all together. And so it's all ready to to quilt the 3 layers together. Our next video will discuss how to quilt your top with your sewing machine and give you some options on what can be done for this quilt. If you are interested in seeing more photos or to find the other videos in this series of videos, please click the iCard or the link in the description of this video to visit our website, needlepointers.com. Also, you can keep up with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and by following us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, or Google+. Visit our website by clicking the iCard to find the links to follow us. If you're on Pinterest, pin our projects to your wall. This is a great way to keep track of your favorite projects. Visit our website, needlepointers.com, to find lots of other quilting projects and tutorials.